vlog, I'm gonna show you the product I used for my makeup. I'm joking, I'm not good at this stuff, but I'm gonna talk about my favorite subject, which is human rights. Yay! During Trump's visit to Saudi Arabia, Saudi Arabian Ministry of Ministry of Foreign Affairs Media Center made this short video to present Saudi Arabia to the West. And it was actually a response to the backlash happening in the social media regarding women's rights violation and human rights in general. There is nothing wrong with that video. It's always good to show your culture to the foreigners. Except that video was full of lies. If you want to watch the whole video, go to YouTube and search for "This is my Saudi Arabia." Basically, they were selective in showing young people to present that video. They were young, privileged people. You know, if you want to show the country, show the middle class people. You don't show the privileged people because basically they don't care about anything happening in that country. They have good jobs. They come from wealthy family. They're fine. They don't care if there's like other people are suffering. So that's why that video was full of lies. And I'm gonna respond and expose their lies.
And so many things you're gonna find it in Saudi Arabia, you won't find it in other countries. It's very ancient. So many things you're gonna know it not through books or through social media. It's through coming here to Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah, so many things you can't find in Saudi Arabia that you can't find in another country. True, right, exactly. Like she got arrested for walking outside wearing normal clothes, which is okay, normal to walk like that in the street of the United States. Nobody's gonna arrest me. She got arrested. You know why? She was not covered with the abaya, which is that black thing that we have to wear. It's mandatory. That's why she got arrested. Okay, let's move to another human rights violation. Yes, Raif Badawi, he has been in jail for God knows how long, and he's just gonna be there. I don't know when they're gonna release him, even though his wife is doing her best reaching out to human rights organization, but like no one is trying in that government to like free that guy because they don't care. And what is his crime? It's just starting a website that promotes liberalism in Saudi Arabia. Like extremism has consumed our country. So we need liberal people in there, and this is what he was trying to do, educate people, and he's in jail for that. Human rights violation right there. Number 3, Dina Ali, who got kidnapped when she was on her way to seek asylum in Australia. Kidnapped, duct taped, beaten, shipped to Saudi Arabia. Right, exactly. Check the news. And number 4, this guy is facing execution just because he's an atheist. So, to avoid that to happen, his lawyer is pleading insanity just to save his life. So, being an ex-Muslim or atheist is just not okay. So yeah, pretty much a lot of things that in Saudi Arabia that you're not gonna see in another country.
Here in Saudi Arabia, most of the people don't judge on others by their race, their gender, or like that.
Wait.
We judge on your personality. And this is what our religion taught us.
Don't judge you by your race and your gender? Hold up, girl! The whole country judge, or more than judging, they violate my life based on my gender and race. You wanna know why? I don't drive because I'm a female. And don't judge you by your race. Well, guess what? Unfortunately, Saudi Arabia is a very racist country. They can separate a wife from her husband just because her tribe members who maybe never saw her think that her husband's ancestors who are slaves and they're not a good match for their tribe, so they should be separated, and that happened in Saudi Arabia and still happening. Don't judge you by your race. Girl, you're a marketing executive. You should be better than that in lying. But probably you got hired by nepotism because this is how things goes in Saudi Arabia. Good luck.
Saudi Arabia today is totally different than Saudi Arabia before 10 years ago.
Oh, excuse me? Again?
Saudi Arabia today is totally different than Saudi Arabia before 10 years ago.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia today is totally different than Saudi Arabia 10 years ago. If you're talking about symbolic change, I would say yeah. Building, I would say yeah. Like allowing women to be members in the Shura Council, which is like a parliament in Saudi Arabia. I believe it was just a symbolic change because these women wouldn't be there if their male guardian said, no, you have to stay in the kitchen, cook for me and my children. But when it comes to rights, last time I checked, I still can't drive and I still need a guardianship and I'm still forced to cover up from head to toe because it's against the law to go out looking like this. Ridiculous. Yeah, changed. Yeah, whatever.
When you see how much foreigners who live in Saudi and work safely, you will understand why you have to come by yourself and discover and explore how Saudi is a stable and peaceful country.
Of course they're gonna like it. You create this Western, smaller version of a Western country in Saudi Arabia as a compound that is like a heaven. They have everything they want. They have theater, they can drink. Inside the compound, it's really huge. It's like, you know, a small city or a small village, and they have everything. Women can walk like this. You don't have to cover. I'm sure they can drive. It's like, you know, it's like their life in the West, except the heat is like, you know, a little bit too much hot in Saudi Arabia for them. But of course they're gonna enjoy it. You're basically practicing in Saudi Arabia apartheid against your people. You're preventing your people to have fun. No theaters, no drink. You arrest women for walking like this, but you create this, you know, beautiful, sweet little version of a Western country inside Saudi Arabia, and they live inside it, and they're just, of course they're gonna like it. Make them live like the Saudi people, and then we'll see what they say. I'm sure if you Google, you're gonna hear, you know, negative stories from foreigners who lived in Saudi Arabia. It's a conservative country. Nothing is allowed in there. Nothing. You can lie, but the truth is out there. You can hide it. The only thing you can do is to change it. Then this video would make sense in the future.
2030,
Yeah.
it's a dream, but it's a challenge.
Strange.
The point is not to achieve the target of 2030. The target to me is not to be independent of oil. It's just creating new reforms that's going to change Saudi Arabia forever. Related.
After listening to these actors, sorry, I mean professional Saudis. I want you to listen to Saudi women from the middle class, listen to their stories that they wanted to share with us.
Saudi women, I have limited rights, less than men in my country. I consider as a minor because I have a guardian. I can't study abroad or travel or go out the prison if I go to prison without my guardian permission and approval. In my country, I can't drive a car. In my country, I can't have the freedom of speech or belief. In my country, I'm forced to wear abaya when I walk in the street. I'm forced to wear Islamic custom no matter what my belief is or my religion is. Even though I can't walk in the streets safely because there is no provocation law to protect me. As Saudi women, we always demand our basic rights since decades ago, but the government responds to our demands very slowly, and with other rights we only get a complete ignorance.
أنا سارة سعود من الطبقة المتوسطة التي تمثل أغلبية الشعب السعودي. أنا مشكلتي الجواز في السعودية لازم موافقة الولي. مستحيل تطلعين من السعودية لأي دولة في العالم إلا موافقة ولي. الشيء الثاني إن السعودية ما تبي تعطينا حقوق، يعني في السعودية النساء منزوعة الحقوق. أنا بطلع الدول الأجنبية وأستقل فيها وأنحاش، لكن مشكلتنا إن السعودية تقعد تلاحقنا في الدول الأجنبية وتسحبنا للسعودية وتسجلنا.
كسعودية أخسر كل عمري متشبثة بأمل أن تصل السلحفاة لنهاية السباق سريعا قبل أن ينتهي. أمام ناظري صك ملكيتي ينقل من والدي لزوجي لأبي لإمام المسجد لعميد الحي لجاري في المبنى المجاور. تستهلك أعصابي في مناهج تساوي وجهي بأعضاء التناسلية، وأن الأصل في تحول الرجل من حيوان يفترس ويغتصب. يقنعوني أن نشوز الزوج وخيانته لي برباع تعود أسبابها لدمامة وجهي وسوء خلقي وكبر سني وفشلي سريريا، وكأني علبة تونة بتاريخ صلاحية انتهاء. يغسلون دماغي بإقناعي بأن الولي بوديغارد للمرأة، ثم يضعون في يده صلاحيات حبس وقهر ومنع وتعنيف. لا أعيش أهم ما يملكه الإنسان، وأخوض أقصى وأشد أنواع الحرمان، وحرماني من تجربة الحياة.
This is my Saudi Arabia that took my rights and made me leave and choose United States to be my home. Bye, and see you later with more videos.